Hey everybody, welcome, welcome. Colin was doing some gymnastics over the weekend. He's finally joining us here.
Here we go. Yeah.
Happy Monday the 23rd, everybody. My name is Andy. I'm the resident lifestyle facilitator right here at the Palms.
And I am Colin, and I'm a fitness assistant here at the Palms.
And it is Thanksgiving week. And we have made it through COVID. We've been here since March, and we still have no resident sickness on campus. And so that is something to be very, very thankful for sure. I know it's sad not to be able to see our friends and family the way we'd like to, but the fact that none of us are sick is a big, big deal and certainly worth celebrating. So, of course, we're not going to be doing anything with big family groups for the holidays. We are trying to keep it. Colin, do you have any Thanksgiving plans?
Yeah, we'll just be at our house, and Bethany, who lives in town, will come over. So
Bethany is your sister.
Chelsea's sister.
Your sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law to be.
Gotcha. Sister-in-law to be.
To be, yeah. Since we didn't have a show last week, I didn't get to announce it. But 2 weekends ago, I got engaged, and so yes, she has a ring, and we're very happy.
Oh, look at there. And we have a special guest joining us as well. Mark is here. Mark, come on in and join us here. There you go, right there. So, congratulations to Colin, who got engaged last week. We do apologize that our technology did not work out well and our sound, we couldn't get it right, but we have discovered the problem, and it's all working now. And Mr. Mark Niermeyer is joining us, our new executive director. Mark, how are you today?
I'm
doing very well. So, Mark, what are your Thanksgiving plans?
Well, we're going to have our family gathering, which will just consist of my family. We usually have about 50 people over, but we've scratched that. The good news for me is we usually have turkey, but this year we're only having chicken. I'm not a big turkey fan, so we're having chicken. So it's okay. We're changing Thanksgiving it's a COVID Thanksgiving, a little bit different.
And today, all of our employees are getting a turkey to take home with them, which is a customary Westminster gift. It's a nice perk of being a staff member here. So since Mark is having chicken and not having turkey on Thanksgiving, what are you going to do with your turkey?
It's a very good question. So my wife just called me. She's like, get your turkey. My mother wants it. So she said, you can drop it off at my mom's house. She's going to cook a turkey for her and her husband. They're going to eat turkey for weeks.
Now, Colin is here as well. You can't see him as off camera, but I'd like to know what you're going to do with your turkey.
Oh, I'm going to eat it, all of it.
Yeah. Awesome. Excellent. Well, Mark, thank you for joining us. It's very important to Mark that he communicate directly with all the residents. That's why we had our ED meet and greet and Royal Palm opening last week. So thank you for those of you that came out to that. We had just under 100 residents. Actually, just over 100 residents join us for that. So big turnout. We hope you enjoyed seeing the Royal Palm, and we hope you enjoyed the very, very small amount of time that you got with Mark as he went from table to table. But rest assured, he's going to be here for a long time, so you'll have plenty of time to get to see him. And we hope that you read his breaking news, which comes out on Friday afternoons now, gives you some updates of some things that he thinks is important. So, Mark, what do our residents need to know this week? What's going on? Do you have anything to share with them?
Yeah, I think one is we want you to be active and get out and enjoy the holidays in a safe way. We've got the Royal Palm. We'll have a wonderful meal for you, and so we encourage you to get out and try to start using the Royal Palm. The other thing we're really focused on, of course, is just taking the time to get out into the park area to keep exercising. Wellness is a focus for us as we go into this holiday. And if you have a question or a need of what you can do, reach out to one of the team members because we want you to be active. So I think that's the key is stay safe, but stay active in this holiday season. We've got lots of wonderful things planned for this season of joy, and we're excited to get into the season.
You're absolutely right in that staying active is the key here because we all moved to Florida for the weather. That's why we're here. And it's nice that we're able to celebrate outdoors. because a lot of people back home cannot celebrate outdoors. And we all know that we are taking precautions to protect ourselves from COVID, and we appreciate you doing that, and we know the staff are doing that. But it means that you need to take other steps to keep yourself happy. So going outside and enjoying the day, that is definitely the way to go. Mark, I'm glad you brought that up, because we have lots of opportunities for the residents to do things outdoors this week that Colin and I will get to later. Mark, do you have anything else to add? Anything you want them to know?
Well, we've really been encouraging our staff as they go into the holidays to be careful. So you should know that one of our messages to our team is stay home, stay COVID aware. We're actually giving them a blanket with their turkey so they can cuddle up and watch a movie at home. And so I want to thank the team. We actually did a great video where we encouraged people to wear a mask. And part of that, thank you, Andy and team, was one of the team members got to put a pie in my face. So if you want to see that video, grab a team member and ask them to show it to you. It was a lot of fun. So we're doing a lot on our side to make sure the staff are staying COVID safe so that we can take care of you and enjoy.
What a waste of a beautiful pie. We actually wasted 2 pies making that video, so we hope the employees like it. So if you do see an employee, grab them, have them show you that video. It's less than 2 minutes long, and it is worthwhile to see him take the pie in the face. And yes, the mask does protect him from pie, in case you're wondering. Now, there will be plenty of pie on Thursday, of course. As you know, the turkeys will be coming around delivering pie. But Kenny and his team in the Royal Palm, they'll be doing 2 seatings for their lunch. They'll be doing an 11:30 seating and a 1 o'clock seating. The most important thing is you do need to pre-register. So this is post-COVID times. It used to be you could just walk right up to the Royal Palm and step in. Now that's not the case. We do want you to go online and make your reservations or call the extension, which used to be 315. It just changed. The front desk knows that, though. We changed the extension there, and you need to call them and make a reservation for any meal that you're going to, not just Thursday. But that's a big change. Many of you figured that out over the weekend, but if you didn't eat in the Royal Palm over the weekend, please know that we do need you to make a reservation. We have room for everybody. We just want to make sure everybody's in the right space, and that, of course, is to keep everybody safe.
Well, thank you for having me, and thanks for coming by to the Royal Palm. It was great seeing many of you.
Excellent, Mark. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Mark is off to more meetings. That's all he does is meetings, meetings, meetings. He's out there changing the world. So, Colin, did you do anything fun over the weekend?
Well, it was fun until I hurt myself. So Oliver and I were doing some gymnastics practice on Saturday evening. And, you know, like we had been working out for a while, like exercising, throwing football, and I was warmed up. So I felt like, okay, I'm going to be fine. Like he wanted to teach me how to do a front handspring because I've been doing my cartwheels really well. I've been doing my handstands really well. And he thought I could go into the handspring, right? So we're on the grass. We didn't put down any mats or anything, but the grass is pretty thick. So we think it's going to be okay. And, I do it the first time, and I don't land it at all. But he's really excited. He's like, it was really close. So I was like, and the first time I did it, I felt like I didn't get it because I was too scared. I was like, I just didn't jump high enough and throw myself into it. I just got to throw myself into it. The second time I did it, I threw myself into it, and I still didn't land it. And now there was much more force because I jumped as high as I could, and I really sprung into the ground. So I got a little tweak going on. Yesterday was real rough. I mean, I have to work on my dissertation on Sundays anyway, so I just sat and worked. But the Saturday night I could barely sleep, honestly. Like there was no comfortable spot with my back, so that was tough. But it's slowly getting better. But yeah, that's the life of an exuberant adult that doesn't understand where he's at in life.
That leads us into 2 things. One, of course, you want to do as he says and not as he does. And I don't want any of you trying back handsprings at home. But I'm so glad that all of you were here today to be a part of this momentous occasion where Colin finally found out that he is old. Mm-hmm. And it's such a tough thing. I know that we've all dealt with that at times. And now, Colin, you just can't act like a kid anymore.
No.
You have to be more careful.
Yeah. It's really weird.
Well, if you need one of the drivers to drive you around in the tram today,
yeah,
we can certainly help you.
Okay,
with that.
thanks.
So it looks like Colin's going to spend the next few days icing his tailbone.
Yeah. Maybe borrowing a walker.
Well, my wife and I went over to Treasure Island over the weekend to see all the sand castles.
Oh, awesome. Is it the first weekend?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think so. So they call it Sandhenge, Stonehenge, and prehistoric themes were the motif that everyone was following. Of course, it is outdoors.
Very spread out. I've been almost every year.
So it's very interesting to see all those sand castles. So it was interesting to see all the detail and all the work they put into it. It's out on the beach. We were there on Sunday afternoon, and at times it was very crowded, and we had to step back because there were so many people. But at other times, there was nobody around certain sculptures, and it was all outdoors, and we were wearing masks, and so we were able to see the sculptures and get some pictures and enjoy the art.
Did you see anyone actively working on the sculptures, or were they done?
No, they were all finished. So
I've been there before for both. I've been there when they've been finished. I've been there after it either rained or something, and they were remaking them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty cool.
What I really want to be there is when they tear them down.
Yeah, I've never been there for that.
So I'm wondering if they allow people to help them tear them down, or if the artist themselves takes the joy in tearing it down, or if they just leave it up and just let what happens to it. I don't know, but I'm really interested in seeing that. But I believe it stays up for a couple of weeks, right?
Oh, it stays up until January, I think.
Till January.
I think till New Year's. Yeah,
wow, I did not realize that.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, so that seems like a lot of work. If it does rain or storm, I guess they purposely do it after hurricane season.
Yeah, yeah, and then usually I think they have to remake them like 2 or 3 times, but most November, December is not too bad. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think pretty sure they keep them up till January 1st.
Do you remember in the past had they had specific themes?
Yeah, they always have a theme. I think I went one year and it was like logos. Mm-hmm. So they had like Coca-Cola logo and things like that. I can't remember the themes every year I've gone, but it's definitely themed every year. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This was all prehistoric things. So a lot of pictures of Neanderthal type humans and pets, which have been dinosaurs or saber-toothed tigers. And there were also a lot of depictions of humans with wheels or humans having carts that had square wheels, that type of thing. So a lot of things along those lines.
That's pretty cool.
They had one that was a big, big, big circle. Looked like a big stone with a circle cut out in the middle. It had a person on either side pushing it. There's a person on top, sitting on top of the wheel, strapped to it with ropes, and it was called Crash Test Dummy.
Oh, gosh.
And they were pushing the wheel forward. So yeah. I think that the depiction was that the wheel was about to crush the person on top. So that was pretty interesting.
Funny, macabre, but a little, interesting for sure.
Well, let's talk about what's going on here at Westminster Palms. There's a lot going on here, but I do not want this to get lost that Colin did get engaged last weekend. So when you see Colin, make sure you congratulate him.
Thank you.
Because he found a wonderful woman in Chelsea, and you need to do everything you can to keep her for sure.
We'll do my best.
So Colin, tell me what you got going on this week that they need to know about.
Yeah, so obviously Thanksgiving Day is the biggest day, right? So we're gonna have we'll have shuffleboard that day. It'll be shuffleboard with the turkey. So it'll be fun. You'll have me dressed up as a giant turkey. Then we will also have a turkey trot directly after shuffleboard. I think it's at 10 o'clock. Is that what it said listed?
Yes, 8:30 shuffleboard, 10 o'clock turkey trot.
Yep. So then we'll take a walk around. I'll still be in the turkey suit. We'll see how far we can get. We might be able to get downtown and back if we have enough people willing to take that walk. And if you haven't found a rock, we'll see if there's any left. I don't know if there's any left. We've had 6 people return them, and I think the other 4 may have been taken by now, but we might get to look at a couple different locations for that. And then after that, I'm going to be dressed up as a turkey helping you, I think.
We're actually going to start at 11 a.m. The calendar says 10, but we're going to be doing quite a few things at once. So around 11 o'clock, we're going door to door. And quite a few of our team members will be dressed up like turkeys, and we have one pilgrim joining us as well.
Oh, nice.
And we will be delivering those turkeys door to door. Delivering pumpkin pie door to door. So we'll have music, and we'll have a lot of fun. It'll be like a parade coming to you. And then we're also going to do meal delivery at the same time. So if you're getting a meal delivered to you, it'll be the same people that we will have the dining people with us as well. So there'll be a big group of us going up and down the hallways. And that'll be from about 11 until probably 12:30. Not a very long situation. We're just delivering pie and then moving on to the next one. So you go ahead and have your doors open and be ready for us to come to you That is Thanksgiving Day, starting around 11 a.m. So Colin is right. Thanksgiving is a very, very busy day. However, the day before that, we're doing a card making event. So at 2:30 on Wednesday in the Palm Room, we are having a volunteering event where we're going to make cards. So we'd love for you to come out and join us at 2:30 on Wednesday for card making. It's a great time of year to make cards. You can make cards and donate them, or you can make cards and you can give them to your friends and family and loved ones. And we all know that since we are staying in, that is such an important time. Speaking of staying in, we do want you to be respectful of your neighbors and the rest of the community, in that if you are planning to go to a Thanksgiving celebration with your family, please be mindful of social distance there. You have no way of knowing where everyone who is going to be at that gathering has been and if they have been taking it seriously. And the last thing we want is for you to get sick and then you to bring the sickness back. So if you do go visit with your family, please stay socially distant. And then when you come back, stay socially distant from others as well to be safe. And I know that's a hard conversation for some people to have, but it's important that we're all mindful of that and please respect each other's wishes. We all have different standards for what we feel is safe. Is there anything else happening in fitness this week that you want to tell everybody about?
Nothing outside of our normal programming, but we should have all of our normal programming going on, classes and gym time. So those are the main things.
I know the residents have asked me a couple times about the very popular event, the Gratitude Stretch. Is there a Gratitude Stretch this week? Yes, there is.
Yes.
Wednesday morning.
That's Jill's Gratitude Stretch. So
Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. Meet Jill at the Bayview Lounge. That's the 13th floor of Palm Air. And she is doing that morning stretch the day before Thanksgiving. So residents have been asking me about that. We are doing that. Jill will be there at 7 a.m. And I didn't set Colin up for success because he didn't realize Jill was doing it. But I'm sitting here with the calendar, and I knew that it was happening, and I knew many of you have asked me about it. So I have something else I want to add relative to transportation. We are doing tram rides. Right now, they are by appointment. If you need to go somewhere, you just let us know ahead of time, and you can work out with the drivers what's best for you and what's best for them. We did add a third driver. His name is Demo. That's D-E-M-O. Demo is a very nice gentleman. He's worked in retirement communities before, so he understands the job, and he can drive you around safely, and he makes good decisions as well. He's a problem solver. So as we talked about earlier in the program, the Royal Palm is appointment only, so you need to make a reservation online or by calling them on the phone. And if you do make a reservation and you do want a tram ride, if you'd please just let us know, because not everyone is going out to have social settings to eat. And so if you are planning on doing that, if you let us know, we'll be happy to give you a tram ride for dinner. That's not a problem, but please just let us know ahead of time. That makes it much, much easier on my team. That way I can use those hours appropriately. We don't need to have a driver sitting around waiting to drive somebody if there's nobody there that's going. I can use those drivers to alleviate pressure and other logistical situations. So once again, if you're making a reservation in the Royal Palm and you want to ride, let us know ahead of time. We can certainly make that happen for you. That's all about communicating that. So we got a couple other things going on in resident services. So Friday is a day of rest. So we don't have as many things. Those are more laid back things that are happening. And so we want you to go out on a walk on Friday. But there was another thing I wanted to tell you about. Oh, brain teasers and puzzlers on Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock. It's a good way to keep your mind engaged. This is a great activity, and we don't have very many people who are going to it. So 1 o'clock in the Palm Room on Tuesday, brain teasers and puzzlers. Everybody likes getting their mind engaged, and that's a great way to do it. As always, check the calendar. There's tons of stuff on the calendar. All of our regular things are happening, and we are just around the corner from the holidays. We're a few days away, and they are here.
So excited.
You have anything else to add, Colin?
Not right now.
Nothing else. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. Have a wonderful week, and have a happy Thanksgiving.